me, Melania. I'm sure you see me around. You probably see me on TV. I'm about to go pick up my besties, Tay and Stephanie. We about to go pop them tags, get our nails done, hair done. We ain't chasing boys, we chasing checks, we chasing dreams, we chasing goals. Big things popping, little things stopping. I can't wait to grow up, I got plans to blow up. Mama said it ain't easy, but I don't care, so what? And our parents told us, don't be too quick to grow up. Dad said it ain't easy, but I don't care, so what? I got dreams of being
I can't wait to grow up, Casey.
I can't wait to grow up.
I got plans, so what? Mama said it ain't easy, but I don't care, so what? I love it.
I love that song.
I love
so
it
much.
more than like.
I've been listening to it and singing it.
I watched the video 3 times in a row.
I've seen it so many times.
And can I say, look, does she only rhyme 2 words in the whole song?
Mm-hmm.
Don't care, so what, and blow up? Sure.
And is there one note sung the whole time?
Yes, all of these things are true. I don't care, so what?
It seems
Hey,
like
it's
she's
me,
been.
Milani. I mean,
I got my friends Tay and Stephanie.
Now, here's my question. This is, I'd like to.
Was she
girls-
drugged before she sang that?
No, this is, look, I did feel like there's not a lot of energy coming at me. It does not matter with like Melania. Like, I feel like,
watch it again. Then sometimes there's sudden bursts of energy.
yes, no, I hear you.
In the dancing.
Because don't you remember when she was a child, she was such like a little wild animal? She's definitely like evened out. I
I'm
love
sad though.
this
I feel like
song.
her light's been dimmed a little bit.
Yeah, I think it has been by Joe going away.
A
It's
little
been
bit.
tough for her.
I know.
But this song is fantastic.
It is fantastic. It's the best / obviously I won't say it because
Yeah.
she's a child, but I've just never seen. What I'm realizing is I spend so much time, working at a performance
Yes.
and I'm
Honing,
always
voice
honing.
lessons, dialect
Oh,
coach.
absolutely. I'm pulling out my workbook that I got from Yale School of Drama summer program. Summer program.
Addendum.
Addendum.
Yeah, online classes.
Which, by the way, my parents submitted for me while I was at Girl Scout camp. And it was in high school. And I saw that they put on the form a
Mhm.
graphic. Like, this was when graphics first came out.
Yes.
It's literally a phone off the hook. And it said, call me, I'll be waiting.
No.
Yes.
Casey.
But they did call.
Wow.
Anyway,
But I will say
I
that,
work on a
like,
performance, and Melania
don't
said
have to.
no.
no. Sometimes you just can show up barely.
So what?
So I don't care. Now here's a question.
I'm
So,
still putting into.
I
We're both
don't-
putting too much into it. It's
Yeah.
hard to even impersonate it.
It's me, Melania.
I don't care.
So what?
It's amazing.
No, and here's my question.
Yeah.
Are Tay and Stephanie her real friends? Like the girls in the video. Is that the real Tay and Stephanie?
I think so.
So so the background dancers, those are Tay and Stephanie?
I'd have to take another look because I was so laser focused on our main star. Talk about Lady Gaga move over.
Yes, but I was like,
Stars
are these like I got really caught up in the story of
Tay-Tay's
Tay
such a
and
specific
Stephanie.
name.
I know.
When she said we're pulling tags, we're getting our nails done, we're chasing checks.
Chasing checks. I was
Chasing
like, are they working? I was so excited. I was like, babysitting? How are they chasing checks?
It's such a
They're
great,
not of legal age to work.
such a great scene. Seeing Teresa just screaming out
Can
like
I just say, I thought Teresa's performance was understated in all the best ways. Like the performance that we get on the show, she's bringing a lot of energy. So to see her sort of give what I felt was like a nice, steady performance, better than things I've done for sure. I give too much. And these Judicis or
You mean like when
Judices-
Teresa was watching the
yeah,
performance?
no, when she was in the video at the beginning, when Teresa's just
yeah.
hey, I want you to play this game, and when I come back in here, you better be playing it, or the lights are out, or so, whatever she
Yeah,
says.
yeah.
Like, I'm like, that's a great, like, Teresa gives a great read.
I know. And so does Candy in a video that she shot with Todd later in the episode. But we'll get to that. But
yeah.
you know, everybody's got angles.
Everybody's got something.
Everybody's shooting. And speaking of, Danielle and I have 2 new shows coming up.
Yes, we sure do.
Before we start, I know everyone knows, one last reminder.
We are going to be in New York this weekend. I'm so excited.
So excited. We're going to see some theater.
Oh, yes, we are. And we are going to do some theater. Casey and I are going to be on Broadway. Adjacent.
Addendum. Yale School of Drama Summer Program.
Yes. Yale, not even. I don't know. I didn't even apply. I was at Chapel Hill Chauncey Summer Theater School.
Because your parents could have submitted a form.
Mine has ceased to exist anymore.
You know where I also went, and I'd love to hear from, I'm sure there's a lot of faithful devotees to this camp, but I did not love it, is a little place called Stage Door Manor.
I read about Stage Door Manor. I knew Stage Door Manor existed. My parents were like, we can't afford Stage Door Manor. Who do you think we are? Now play this girl talk game. My parents, knew of Stage Door, but my camp was one of the bad news bears of the acting camps.
Well, when I showed up, they're like, everyone's going to get cast in a play totally randomly. And it was Midsummer Night's Dream with the leads were Bryce Dallas Howard and Natalie Portman.
Wow. Not fair.
I know.
Come on. There were no celebrities at our camp.
They had a casting director come, and it was like very exciting that the casting director was going to read us all. I kind of bombed that out of my mind. I was like sophomore year, and I was like, I'm going to be famous now.
We had a casting director come to our camp.
Well, that's big.
And it was for a movie at the time. I think I was 12, and it was a movie called Little Monsters starring Fred Savage.
Well, that's huge.
And I got a call back.
Wait, you're kidding. How did you never tell us before?
I never told us. So, okay, they came to our camp, and then they auditioned like 10 girls that were like 12
10
or whatever.
monsters?
10 little monsters. And so we all were there, and I got a call back. And can I tell you, Casey, like I was
call
like
back that day, or
no,
like,
I think like a week later, like they came back and they saw me and I think one other girl, and I was like, well, this is it.
This is it.
And they were like, well, we'll call. And when I tell you, I went back to Florida and I waited by the phone. Like
you should have put that graphic up.
I was like, any day Hollywood's calling, and I didn't understand that. Oh no, a callback, it means something, but
I would have been so upset.
I was so upset, and then I've since gone on to meet and work with one Fred Savage, and have said like, I almost co-starred with you.
Little Monsters. Just like when you had to tell Jamie Lynn Sigler, you would audition for the role.
I auditioned for the role that
I'm actually rewatching Sopranos again because of the 20th anniversary, and I saw your scene with.
Did you?
Ari Grainer was
wonderful.
What did I miss?
Oh yeah, she's quite a spectacular. She's really got onto a career. Just think of what I could have done at this point.
She was quite good.
I know. Are you telling me she deserves I feel like you're telling me she deserved the part. That's a real kick in the.
So hard.
I can't wait to grow up. I got plans. So what?
Do you want to tell us about our new show, Danielle?
Yes. So, guys, of course we are going to be in New York this week, and I think there's still a few tickets left for the 4:00 show, Saturday the 26th. Come on by. Andrew Rannell, special guest. Greg Bennett, special guest. I'm so excited. We have so much fun in store. But, guys, people have been asking us for a while, and we haven't gone back, so we're going back. Guys, we're coming to San Francisco. We're so excited. We're going April 5th. 7:00 show, the Great American Music Hall. And tickets.
If you're going to San Francisco. That song used to make me cry because of Forrest Gump.
Oh, God. We will not be singing that at the show, but we're so excited. So, yeah, tickets are on sale, I think, 12 noon today. And yeah, April 5th, 7 p.m. Bitch Sesh comes to San Francisco, and we're so excited. The Great American Music Hall. So, guys, get on board, because that's going to be our West Coast show for a while. So come, if you live on the West Coast, or even not, come to San Francisco, have a weekend away. We're very excited to see you.
Oh, Danielle, what's going on with you?
I don't have much to say, Case. What's you've been in New York?
Yes, I've been flying back and forth to New York a bunch.
Yes, you've been working on your new show for HBO, which I'm very excited about.
Yes, me too. And it's been really fun.
I'm so excited to see it with Catherine Hahn. It's called Miss Fletcher.
I mean, it's a dream. She's a dream. Jessie Klein is my boss and dear friend.
Yes, and one of the best writers ever
of all time. She and I were staying at the same hotel. It was like talking about camp. It was such a dream. I hate to say it, but it's not that I wanted to be child free, but everyone was like, "Oh, you have to travel back and forth so much." on the airplane. I'm like, and what of it?
I know. It sounds like a dream. I hate to be one of these moms, but my kids' teachers are on strike this week. We're going through the LAUSD strike.
I hope you support the teachers.
Of course I do. Are you kidding? I have not sent my kids to school. I've been on the strike line with them. I've brought them donuts.
Oh,
I'm a great human. But it's really weighing on me. It's tough.
But all the same, you'd like them to wrap it up?
Yeah. No, we're fighting with teachers in smaller class size, all really important things. But I've been spending way too much time with my child because of the strike, and it's been
so
rough. And I'm not trying to be that parent like, ugh, my kid, but like,
why?
she's draining. I love her, but it's a lot of energy coming at me all the time, and I'm just done.
Yeah, you're ready for a little.
I love her, but come on, let's get back in the classroom.
Oh my God, Max keeps saying a very strange thing.
What?
And he's 3.5, and he keeps saying of various. I'm like, I hope he's not a predator. You know, he keeps saying of various women. Like a woman will walk by the car and I'll go, "Oh, mama." Oh, I can't even say it.
Please say it.
He'll go, "I want to carry her,"
What?
and then I'll go, "I want to take her clothes off and carry her." I'm like, what? Then he said it to me. He said, "Well, I want to carry you and take your clothes off." I was like, "What?" I'm like, I can't leave him alone with anyone. But then my therapist said it's about the new baby and he wants to be I don't even know, something about me and being the mother. And she tried to she was like, "There's nothing sexual about this." I was like, I hope not.
That's a lot to process.
I know.
Well, my child said to me, over Christmas, we were in the jacuzzi, and everyone that entered the jacuzzi, adults, everyone, she was like, "If you put your vagina up next to the bubble, it feels really good. It feels like you have to pee." She was like, a little hot tip for everybody walking into the jacuzzi.
Did you? I would have run screaming.
I just laughed so hard because I was like, and I would just say to them, "Hey, write it down. Good tips."
Danielle. She is truly a national treasure.
Okay, but said it to everyone as if hey, there's free, there's free drinks.
Yeah,
it was just hey,
the people need to know.
Yeah, the people need to know. So that was good to know.
I dragged Max with me to a nutritionist appointment because I'm a great mom, and where I get a B12 shot in the ass, and he holds my hand, and. Oh God,
Lyra almost spilled her wine.
Editor. I've given her wine, and she's on her second glass, and she's spilling it everywhere.
It's okay, Lyra.
And we were in this doctor's office, and there was that before and after photo of someone with Botox. It was an elder woman.
Okay.
So they make the first photo kind of scary.
Yeah.
So that she looked smooth and happy in the second one. So he looks at the photo and he keeps looking back terrified, and he goes, "Mama, turn that photo around. I don't want to see that woman." Yeah. And he goes, "That woman's making me feel so disappointed." I said, "I don't know if you're using that right." He said, "I feel so disappointed."
Oh, no.
Maybe he felt disappointed she was using Botox. And I said, "You're going to be real disappointed in your mom."
Real disappointed. Get ready for a lifetime of disappointment.
Scroll back to some pics of me last year when my face was in paralysis.
We had some tough photos last year. Well, I dragged Sydney to the lice store today, as I call it. It's just a place where you go to get lice checked because I do not have lice.
Did you take her to the place I told you
Yes, I did.
Frank.
Yes. And I took her to this place because I have been obsessed with the fact that I have lice for 2 weeks. I do not, but I can't. I made Matt look at my head with a magnifying glass, and Matt was like, "There's nothing here." I've looked at my child, but I've just decided I have lice. So I was like, and so Matt last night, literally at 10 o'clock, and I was like, "Check my hair," and he was like, and so then this morning I was like, "I have an appointment," and so I went in there, and they were like, "You don't have it." I was like, "Check again." I've just decided I have lice. I do not have it.
I feel like you're channeling anxiety.
I am. I'm just there's stuff going on in my head. But so I dragged her there this morning, and she was like, "Mom, you don't have lice."
I told you when, and we had lice.
Yes, you did.
When Frank came to our home, because I do most of my things at my home.
Yes, I know, and I'll go anywhere.
Aside from dental work or gynecological, I'm having it all.
I bet in a year's time you will be having dental work and gynecological work done in the house.
I think so. June and I will figure out a way.
You sure will
to make it so.
Yeah,
and
I'll go to Irvine. I'll go miles away and be like, "This is what I deserve."
Well, when Frank came to our home and he was checking everyone, first he did my baby son. He had the most. Not to be disgusting. This is disgusting. Then Henry. Then me. Then our nanny got checked. She as well. And then my husband came home and he'd been working such crazy hours. And he's like, I don't think I need to get down. I go, you sit your ass down. And I was like, and if you don't have any bugs, you're not spending enough time with your kids. So then he was like, I hear him yell through the house, I got him.
You guys are fighting it out over who has the most lice because who's the better parent?
Well, who's closest to them? And I was just like, he better have them or I'm going to go crazy.
Well, you got your wish. You all had bugs in your head.
It felt nice, to know that we all had it. Let's take a break and come back with Vanderpump.
Yes, please.
Okay, we're back, but I have one piece of gossip / news.
Yes, you do.
So I was in New York, and I was in a very different world than our normal business.
Tell us about it, Casey.
The world of publishing.
Ooh, yeah.
And books. Talk about a dignified, rarefied.
Tell them what you wore to your meetings.
Oh, God. Claire put me in these, silk blouses and, demure, a demure outfit as though I were an author.
Did you have on glass?
I brought them. I was like, guys, everything you know about me, which is maybe nothing, put it aside. I'm an author.
Yes.
Now, so here's the thing. I went to many, many publishing places, and we've discussed this on the podcast.
Yes,
Someone came to a Boots on the Ground about it and revealed this. All I can say is I was steeped. I was immersed. I was enmeshed in the publishing world.
The literary
society.
Yes.
Someone gave me Stassi's book.
What?
I mean, I was right there.
Wow, you were really
with
in
the
the belly of
greats.
the beast. You were there with, Longfellow and
Exactly.
and Stassi.
It was the most thrilling days of my life.
Yes.
But I had such a great time. But I heard from a few people and I was doing some digging. And I was talking to people who were just greeting me off the elevator. I asked the higher ups. I asked everyone. Now, no one wanted to name names, of course. But I'm going to say something that's very hard to say.
Yeah.
Carol did use a ghostwriter, and she used one on her first book, What Remains.
I mean, we've heard tales.
The one that I loved.
The one that drew me to her. The one that I fell in love with her.
Preferred it to Year of Magical Thinking in terms of an amazing,
A Story of Grief.
a gorgeous book about grief. I'm going to leave that there, but the lady doth protest too much. And part of the reason I loved Carol so much was having read that book. I was someone elevated is joining us.
And I was also willing to overlook things because of that book. No more.
Now,
Speaking
we're really going
of-
to do Carol pretty dirty this episode.
Because
Let me just take this time to do a little reminder because I'm so happy that we have some new listeners, but a couple of them aren't abiding by our golden rule.
no tagging. I've had to
Please.
say it to people a few times. I'm always like, excuse me, no tagging, my love.
They're like, Cameron Westcott, these girls think you look like Nicole Kidman on a giraffe's
It's like,
body.
guys, we don't want them to know. We want to talk about
Yes.
people. Again, also, if you have something bad to say about me, please, by all means, say it. Have at. Don't tag me.
Yes.
I don't want to know.
So let's not tag anyone with this because
No,
I don't
no,
want
no.
any of this getting back to me.
Of course not. Let's not be cruel.
But here's Carol's Poshmark shop. It's all I do is scroll through the
Ugh.
shop and the updates. Now, speaking of what remains, we bought a cassette tape to give away at our New York show.
yes. Well, no.
And-
First, we gave it to give to Andy.
Yes, didn't come.
Did
so
not
that
come in
deadline
time.
came and went. And
Came
it was
in.
signed by Carol or
Yes.
maybe signed by the ghostwriter.
Who knows? I would take one from either.
Gone. Didn't happen. Then we asked, could we FedEx it?
Yeah. No. Then we've said, can we just get it for the New York show?
Which at that point is I'll pick it
It's
up
been
from
weeks.
I'll pick it up from that apartment.
Yeah. Happy to go by.
Yeah.
Happy to go by Carol's apartment, get it ourselves.
But unfortunately, it still did not come to the
Guys.
point where we had to cancel our order. We bought
Yeah.
something else too.
We've bought a few things. Guys, we're just saying the Poshmark services, whatever's happening with Carol's. We've also tried to order a bunch of other housewives things. Candles from Luann, candles from Cynthia Bailey.
The only admin of it all, because we've checked deeply into this, it said Cynthia Bailey is looking for your candles.
I believe she is at Lake Bailey going into
Hunting.
hunting in the lake on the
And
pier.
then she and her boyfriend are just having sex on top of them.
She's asking Leon, maybe
Noelle.
Noelle brought him to college with her. It's unclear, but those candles, Cynthia is on the prowl.
I hope
for
Noelle's
those
bedroom is
candles.
not filled with candles.
I feel like, are they? I don't know. We don't know where our candles are, but
But Carol's Poshmark shop is much like Cameo for me. I just love going through it and seeing what's up. Oh, God.
there's some
Gently
yummy
worn
tummies.
costume national pants, $97. Oh,
But everything is like sold out. We tried to get a bunch of things, and people are buying.
People are
it.
buying this stuff. Barney's brand wedges, Alvin Valley leather pants. Those are $600.
That's $600 on Poshmark. $600.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of jeans being
A
sold.
bodysuit is tough to resell,
A one shoulder.
especially when you know where the crotch has been.
She should shove that crotch right up against some bubbles on the jacuzzi. Never worn nudie high kite jeans.
Oh, this is this white dress. I can't read anything on it, but the white dress is cute. Guys, have a look. Have a look-see. You won't be able to.
Charity?
Unclear. I mean, I believe so. Unclear to me.
Okay.
Guys, it is what it is.
Okay. Should we get into Vanderpump?
Please. I'm going to sip tea while we're here, and I hope it doesn't
glad
sound
you're
like
not coughing anymore.
I know. Guys, look, my vocal stuff is going. For those people that have, what's that thing where they like to hear things in their ears? You know what I'm talking about? ASMR. You'll really enjoy it. It's like when people like to hear like.
Most people don't, so pull away from the mic. Most do not. Okay, Danielle, we just watched Vanderpump. I'm in my rental home, my new rental home.
Yes, we're Nook adjacent.
Yes, and I love Vanderpump. That's where we're starting with it. It's just so much fun. I have to say, oh my God, it made me laugh so hard. So Danielle and I did this interview with Andy on Sirius Channel like last week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he was reminding us of the most hilarious moment when Lala was on Watch What Happens Live with our best friend, Adam Pally. And Andy said to Lala, so Lala, you're getting married. Are you going to take his name? And she goes, oh, Lala will always be Lala. And Andy said that he and Adam just paused for a while. And then Andy goes and looked at each other, and Andy goes, I'm talking about your last name. So good.
Oh, I love her. I've heard she has gone back to blonde. Maybe she felt it
Felt
just,
my comment.
Yes, felt your comments. Again, we don't want to tag her, but if she feels it, that's, that's great.
Now, you pointed out Lala's lipstick in this episode is like a light purple.
Yeah, I just feel like she has so much heavy makeup on, and yet it's like a sheen of no makeup, and so it's really drowning her out. And I'd like to call for her to make some changes makeup wise. Just give us more of a look.
A little something.
A little something.
So we're dealing with Billy a lot this episode. Billy is coming to the forefront in a kind of Marlo-esque bid, I think, to be a full-time cast member.
Of course, yes.
Now,
yes.
I really like Billy, and Billy's obviously very beautiful, but I did prefer Billy's more easy-breezy style in previous seasons.
Yes, she was a lot of fun. She was beautiful, nice to look at. This side of her, and I understand, obviously, she has had a tough journey.
And she's clearly being triggered, obviously, by being left out.
But why
would anyone be upset by being left out by Katie? She should thank her lucky stars that black hole void of a human doesn't want her over in that weird apartment where she's steaming a pink blouse.
Her steaming her blouse in the kitchen was one of the darkest moments we've seen.
And we had just seen the acting class between.
Guys, I'm still not over the act. Guys, the acting class was triggering for me personally.
Me too. Because
I've been in some acting classes that are terrible. But watching people act and then act their orgasm, like it had so many levels of uncomfortability.
The fuck was the teacher who seemed nice and kind of with it was like, guys, next exercise, we're going to do some illusions, orgasms, go.
It was so
watching the two of them act out their orgasms. We were
hiding.
We were hiding. I was screaming.
I didn't feel like I should be in front of you at the time. Like it was all too much.
It was so disturbing. I do feel like that was a part that Sheena shined in.
Oh, Sheena showed her.
That's a great role for her.
Yes, that's a great woman orgasming weirdly is a great role for her for sure.
Now, Lala's an actress. I'm hearing
she has been in movies.
Okay.
More, sure. Yes.
It did really make me laugh when Lala was like, we're supposed to be doing improv and kind of playing these characters, and Sheena is so narcissistic, she can only play herself.
Sheena's the saddest character I've ever seen on a reality show ever, and I used to watch The Bachelor. Like, Sheena's is dark to me. She is sad.
Yeah.
I can't get it. Like, it brings a sadness to the screen for me. I'm not even laughing at her anymore. No. I'm just sad.
It was very uncomfortable when they flashed back to her meeting with her managers when she's like, I'm back with my managers. And then she was like, guys, I mean, what the fuck? Like, I'm 33. So a manager, that's the last thing they want to hear.
It was. Oh, Sheana Shay.
Sheana Shay. I'm actually starting to feel like badly for her and not just the contempt I had.
Now, we didn't talk about last week and Stassi's mom. I'm going to let you pause for a sip.
Yeah, let's honestly just have a moment of silence, please. Wherever you are, and this is like when I try to take a moment of silence for Greg Leaks, and Blair Beacon, my friend, broke through the moment of silence to simply say, "Who's this for?" It was a shock.
Stassi's mother. Wow. I mean, she told us so much in her drunken, sad, raving, lunatic. It
really made me feel so upset for Stassi. And I did kind of see a lot.
Yes.
If anything, I think Stassi's turned out quite well.
Yeah. To have a mother like that who just says, please don't ruin things by being yourself.
Grabbing her boyfriend's dick.
Telling
I'm sorry
us
to be crass, but that's what she did.
Her ovaries are being absorbed. Like, that's not what happens.
The way she was speaking about her daughter was so nasty, so mean. Then she's crying. She just seems like a manipulative kind of borderline personality.
Oh, for sure.
That also wanted her shot at reality and is so jealous of her daughter.
It was drunk.
It was the darkest of the dark. It really was. And then at dinner, she's doubling down on it and walking away. Katie's mom did seem really sweet.
Yes. Of course, Katie. I do feel Katie comes from good stock. too. I know you hate Katie. She's not my favorite, but I do feel
I'm glad that she's like curling the hair so it's not hanging so heavy for me.
Yes.
I'm really happy with that.
No, Kristen to me.
Oh my God.
Billy did call her out. She's like, you don't work here anymore. And that made me laugh.
It really made me laugh.
Because we've all said it.
Yeah.
We've all said it. Kristen, go by the dumpster. You don't work here anymore.
I know, but she's so good. When she ran around that testimonial, I've never seen them full length.
I didn't know what was happening. When she started running around, I was like, where are we?
You screamed.
I did. I didn't know what was happening. It just really took me a minute to land eyes on.
I knew right away, and that's equally as disturbing because to see someone full length in that space, I don't think we've ever seen anyone not sitting unless they're getting up to leave. But even then, it kind of cuts off immediately.
Yeah, even when I see someone like take a sip of water, it sort of takes me out of it.
You know who's always drinking is Ariana.
Oh, Ariana.
She's always like getting her water.
Her mouth is parched.
Her mouth.
Why would she do that? Because Ariana is so beautiful. I can't take my eyes off of her, but she doesn't think she is, and that's the problem.
I know, and I absolutely love her style, her look, her body, her hair, everything. Claire, my stylist, tried to get me to get the Gucci fanny pack, and I ordered it, and it came here, and I just said to myself, you know what, Casey, you don't have this in you. You don't. You cannot afford it. Send it back immediately, but you can't carry this off.
Do you think I could carry off a fanny pack?
I do.
You do?
I actually have one you could have.
Really?
A Claire V one. It's very cute. It's leopard.
Ooh.
I just don't feel I have what it takes.
Would I be able to cross the chest fanny pack, or do I have to?
You really have to be something for that. I love how people are like, you can just sling it over your shoulder. It's like, it's not that easy, guys.
No.
It's just not that
you
easy.
have to go out. You have to make a decision to wear a fanny pack.
Yes, and the way Ariana's. And I think she could lay off it a bit.
Yeah,
she's worn it a lot.
It's in every scene thing. It's become a crutch.
Oh my God.
It's a crutch.
It's like in acting school, they would yell at people for like leaning on furniture. They're like, it's a crutch.
And I would always say, but this is how I feel free. Mm-hmm. They were like, take off that mask, Danielle. I need to wear this in acting.
I'm sorry to go back to the acting scene with the orgasm.
No, please do. Always go back to it.
Because it is occurring to me that at Stella Adler, there was a class where it's called Private Moments. Did you ever do this?
Oh, of course.
And
I feel like NYU is just Private Moments.
Yes, it's called the Private Moment. So everyone gets up and you are supposed to truly like lose yourself as though you are alone. What would you do when you're alone? So like every single person masturbated. I just like sucked my thumb and went to sleep.
We had one where it was just like, what is something about like no one knows? And people were trying to outdo each other in a way that was very acting school. And people were saying some really dark shit.
Oh.
That was like upsetting to know, but and sometimes it felt like they were lying just to like one girl just ran in and she was like, "This is from when my there was such dark shit." It was like,
yeah, I think you should stop that one.
Yeah, no. There was tough stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh God. And I always think like when I'm like rolling around on the ground doing that, where they would like one time like make me seduce another class member with our eyes closed, but you didn't know who it is. I'm just like patting them down while we're doing sensual dancing. And like my grandmother, who was the #1 world's saleswoman of the World Book Encyclopedia, going door to door.
Oh, yeah.
Won a Cadillac. I'm like, my grandmother was a traveling saleswoman for me to do this.
Wow.
Masturbate in front of my peers.
I had a good friend who came up from like a real school, like, and like a high school friend, and she went to like a real university. And so she came to acting class with me at NYU, and she goes, oh my God. And we did this exercise where we just, literally the instructor was like, no, I want everyone to roll around like a big fart.
I'm truly laughing, not because it's crazy, but because it's like, oh, sure. Yeah, that was probably like the advanced level.
Yeah. And my friend, just watch her face as I rolled around like a big fart on the floor where she was at, like, you know, like like Northwestern, or like some like real like university, like a real school. And I was like, got an A and rolling around like a fart today. Like, it was just embarrassing. Tough stuff. But anyway, those acting classes brought me back.
Now, this whole notion of the girls' night in, I guess I wanted to feel more for it, but I couldn't like drum up the energy. I felt like it was very quickly thrown together. I feel like they hired a ton of extras. That shot of sweaty Peter just like counting cash.
I feel like, of course, like it's the first night. Everything the first night is going to be great. Like I also couldn't drum up this sort of like, we're doing it for the girl. Like it just felt like. I
know. It just felt a bit forced.
I felt that. Also, something that felt forced was Stassi's boyfriend wearing overalls.
Yes. For OOTD. We can't figure out, is it OOTD day? I think it's just OOTD. Yeah.
Or is it like Sir, Sex Unique Restaurant? Is that the same thing?
It's outfit of the day, which is a holiday that Stassi made. And she tells her boyfriend she's so excited because the day's finally coming for OOTD, which going through her Instagram, I must say, like, I do feel like people that should be showing their outfits every day, you need to be knocked out by it. Like, how would she put that together? How in the world? And she says herself she could not be more basic. Yeah. And it definitely shows.
Oh, yeah.
And I just love that she's like, and this is about being yourself and parading your self-esteem around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is about you showing outfits to people online. But finally, when she says to her boyfriend so seriously, he's like, I'm proud of you. She's like, it was really hard. I had to find a company who made those holidays where you could buy the holiday. Then I had to make a website, and then I had it. Okay. He is a really nice guy for moving past.
I'm very attracted to him. Again, the overalls were a low point, and I'm choosing to block those out. But I find him to be he's definitely my type.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
I think he's cute. I think he's really nice.
He's so especially it's a step up from Patrick.
I really, really like him. But it's like, how many events can we celebrate for Stassi in 1 year?
In 2 days, we've celebrated, 2 episodes, we've celebrated 2 things. Like, Stassi, we're done.
warming. I'm warming up to her, though. And I know I came to the show very late. I'm warming up to her.
Oh, me too. I like Stassi. I said it. She is a star. She is a reality star. And I believe that to be true.
And then again, I know no one wants to hear it anymore. I hate Kristen and Katie. Okay.
You know who I hate? Tom's trumpet. He has the vanity he has that he is a trumpet player.
Or is it so misguided, vanity, Danielle? Well,
but he's so misguided. Like, even when he heard it played back, and we all
feels like he's rolling around like a fart.
Exactly. It's like, but like when I sing, I realize, like, look, I can be in the shower and sound amazing, but when I hear it back, I know what it sounds.
I'm going to sing 6 more of those at Bitch Sesh Live.
But I'll admit that it's not good, but I'll still force people. Like, Tom is not willing to admit. Like, he hears it back and he's like,
everyone, I feel like everyone in America, I'm surprised Trump didn't mention it in a tweet, because everyone in America was like, that's the worst thing we've ever heard. And he reapproached it heart open with such earnestness, sounded so terrible.
And then he's just like, and then he hears it back. He's like, that's not a good one.
He's like, ooh, edit that one. He couldn't get, not one note was usable.
No, not what. I mean, I would say that if you can put your mouth and blow, you can play the trumpet as well as Tom Sandoval.
I 100% think I could give a little more.
Yeah. You think so? Think more than Tom?
I do. I took it since 4th grade.
He's taken it since 4th grade.
Yes.
That's inexcusable.
Now, why is Tom Sandoval so into James? Maybe I'm coming from having rewatched over the holiday and when basically James cheated on Kristen. Remember James slept with Kristen?
While he was kind of like...
Right. And he's like, I got to be with my buddy tonight. He's having a hard night. We'll see you next
in a
Tuesday.
robe with my buddy and with Raquel, who was walking around and basically
in
like...
a see-through bustier and nightie in front of Tom.
These people are naked in front of each other in a way that I can't imagine being in front of.
It really made me laugh when Lala showed her boobs for the poster. I was like, that's the first creative idea I've seen come out of these people's noggins.
I know. They all have such... her boobs are natural. They seem to be a natural size. Am I wrong? Am I right?
I think, yeah.
But everyone else's boobs are insane. Are Stassi's look insane to me. Maybe those are natural.
Can't remember. I think she said she's gotten them lifted.
Maybe something.
She's spoken to it.
She's
know, we can find this very
a
easily.
Slight Google. But
with Brittany, and I cannot get what our empath said about Brittany out of my head, which is if she were to not have that accent, people wouldn't like her.
Yeah, I mean, well, when
she's nothing without it.
Yeah, and when he said that she's not too good for Jax, she is deserved of Jax. That stuck with me.
Watching her freak out like that, I was like, "Oh, this is Brittany, just like a chicken with her head cut off, just like, and then this, and then that,
and it's all misguided because it is about Jax."
100%. And I love that Brittany storms off like, I've had it, y'all. Like, I'm not dealing with anything negative in terms of my relationship anymore. I will stand up for my man. The next thing you see, Jax shows up for the girls. He's like, oh, she's freaking out. He's like, what do I do? I did really like Jax in that blue floral shirt.
Stopped the TV. You paused it and you said, I have to tell you something. I really love the shirt he's wearing.
I wish he wore it for OOTD.
It was like a Tommy Bahama shirt.
You know what? I liked it.
It looked like Ocean Pacific.
Why is Ariana never not shaking those martini shakers?
Every time it's like grabbing a prop. It's like when you're on stage again, like another acting thing. It's like always be like, putting down silverware or it's like your space work.
You're always doing something.
Yes,
you're covering your entrance. You're doing
you're taking off an earring
as you walk in a room.
Putting moisturizer on your
elbows. That bothers me so much now in sitcoms though, and I used to do it too. But
I've never moisturized my elbow ever.
If you're in a scene getting ready for bed, the props person just puts a bottle of lotion on the bed and you just have to do your hands and elbows. And you're like, honey, I tell you what, I didn't like the way he spoke to me. And you're just
putting lotion on places of your body you've never put.
But it feels right when you're doing it.
I know, because we've seen it.
Yeah.
It's like, I think I saw someone do it in the 80s and I'm just like, it's become like a part of my youth. It was like from my youth.
I feel like Ariana, I'm just so obsessed with her. I don't even know what to say. I love watching her, and yet I'm very interested to see what happens next week when Tom apparently tells everyone that Lala told Ariana to climb in the back seat. I want to
lick your cunt.
Pussy.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. I don't care for either of those words, but it is funny that you changed them out.
Sorry. It just came out. I don't even know where it came from. It was like I was using a different voice.
You said it so forcefully. You were like, cunt.
She wants to lick your cunt.
My God. Ariana is then very upset because her body and her sensuality, she's like, this is something I never open up to anyone about. And we both screamed, yes, you do.
You open up to everybody about it.
We're never not hearing about you not wanting to have sex.
Yeah.
Like with your little cunt. Oh my God. I would love to see her and Ariana and Lala.
I think that would be a very sexy pair. If
sexy.
They coupled off, that would be I'm very attracted to those two pair of women together. Yes. Very sensual relationship, I think.
Oh God, that was a tough conversation between Billy and Lisa when Billy was like, she played the fat card, I'm going to play the trans card. And she's like, she should go get more food. I was like, oh God, everyone's just gone off the deep end.
Everybody's triggers, everybody's things that they've dealt with growing up and all this stuff. It's so raw. It's so to the surface. I see everybody's point. I'm just like, everybody, let's just forgive each other. Let's just like,
I did feel like Ariana being like, and I know how she and everyone feels.
I'm just like, everybody make nice, please.
I know.
But I love my Vandies. I love my little pumpers.
I like my little cunters.
Look her cunt. Sorry.
Let's take a break. Okay, we're back with New Jersey.
Jersey.
Oh, I'm loving the addition of Jackie is so
Oh.
good. I said this on Andy's show. There's a world in which Jackie could have been like the least sophisticated person on New York,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have bought it.
Yes.
But seeing her kind of roll up with this very different attitude, I'm really liking this edition of her.
I think she's very pretty too.
Oh,
Like
so
I
pretty.
can't take my eye. Like I'm watching her as we
Yes,
go.
Me too. Her mouth, like all her movements. I like her. I mean, she's insane,
Yeah.
but I really like her.
I think she's
Margaret?
brave.
Oh.
I love Margaret.
I do too. I absolutely love Margaret, but she went too far at the vineyard.
What? How did she go too far? Remind me.
Well, I mean, when she was like yelling in Jennifer's face, like an arranged marriage and your husband sleeps in the pool house.
I didn't think it was so far.
You didn't?
I mean, I don't like Jen. I think she's good for the show. I don't like her. I'm
Strike
just
me as
not.
a Jen.
No, it's hard to say Jen.
It doesn't stick. her name.
Jennifer, maybe.
Yeah, that's better.
But Jen. But she's called Jen, right? I don't like. I'm just not as at ease with her as I was with Margaret.
No one likes
And
her.
so I'm not on her side, even though it's pretty tough. What Margaret
I know
said,
when she
it's just
stopped
like, I'm not on her
drinking and everyone's like,
side.
"Oh, you stopped drinking. We like you when you're drunk." And she goes, "I like me when I'm drunk."
Ugh.
Ugh.
And like her giving her the knife or stabbing her in the back, like all her little gifts that she brought back. I was just like, ugh, like it just felt like she was working a little hard. I don't know. I'm just not on her side.
I like
yet.
during that whole fight, they just cut to Teresa and Dolores frantically dabbing at their faces with napkins. It's pretty sweaty out there.
They're real sweaty, all of them.
I give Teresa such credit showing up to these places with these women, not only not having alcohol, not having a drop of sugar. I wouldn't last for 1 second.
Oh, me neither.
Teresa's got like steel. She's made of steel.
She's been to prison. She's fucking She is.
She is a warrior.
Oh yeah, and she looks like one. Like she is. She's been
100%.
through hell. She has been through hell, and she's still standing. Look,
I want her to go someplace warm. I want her to have her margaritas.
me too.
When she suggested that trip, it was like the most organic version of a new trip. And I'm loving how many trips they're going on.
Oh.
They've been to Oklahoma. Did they go anywhere else? Yes, they went.
They went somewhere.
Someplace. Oh, well, we went for the wedding.
Yes.
Danielle Staub's wedding.
Yeah, so we went. Yeah, where was that again? Turks and Caicos?
Somewhere
warm
and now
nice.
immediately we're going to Cabo.
I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
I mean that, and we'll get to Atlanta, but like Atlanta, we're going to fucking Tokyo. God bless
I
them.
know.
I love
I
a
feel
trip.
like each city, it's really nice. They go to the cities they like deserve.
Yes.
You know?
Now, Marty Caffrey going after Marge's
Oh.
looks.
My God.
No.
I mean,
And I gotta say this: I would fuck Marge before I'd fuck Danielle any day of the week.
100%.
Any day of the week.
he said, and I quote, Margaret's just mad because Margaret doesn't want to walk into a room with Danielle because no one would be looking at her. People are probably looking at Danielle because she made national headlines for being psychotic.
Exactly, and because they've never seen someone look crazier than Danielle.
And they're scared, and thank you again for the cameo.
yeah,
No
thank
tagging.
you. It was lovely, but still. That
What I
was
really did
so-
appreciate is he hadn't even gotten the beginning of his thought out. He was like, well, she probably doesn't like when Joe literally almost jumped across the table at him. Like, that's where Joe shines. That's
Yes.
Joe in his element.
Oh, I
like,
love
get your
it.
you're not going to fucking talk about my wife that way. And I was very turned on.
Oh, me too.
And then I do kind of wish Margaret's husband had done a little bit more, but he's also just like, he's a cool guy. What's he going to do?
I feel like they have some of the truest love on the show, though.
Me too. But I felt like it was really sad. It was almost like he was more hurt.
Yeah, he was really hurt by it, which is insane. But yeah, that was a dark moment.
So I'm
but-
piecing together that when we saw the initial, like the promo for the entire season,
Uh-huh.
we see Marty Cafferty fall in a pool. And
Yes,
I'm
we
like,
do.
oh, this is going to definitely This is about that. And
I think
have
Andy
a feeling
told
it's
us
in
about
Cabo.
some moment coming up that really made me laugh. Where like he's in the pool or something.
Yeah, where Margaret pushes him in the pool.
And then someone's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "Your husband's in the pool," or something like that.
Without missing a beat. Husband's in the pool.
Oh,
I
my
cannot
God.
wait.
I mean, the show is really, but it's been a refreshing year.
I'm
for the
sorry
show.
to divert, but because we're talking about being with Andy and we're talking about like those season
Yes.
recaps, he showed us the New York premiere.
Guys,
Like,
we are,
the
yes.
trailer that's about to hit.
We are in for a treat.
We're in for something beyond anyone's wildest
Casey and
imaginings.
We're screaming.
I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I felt a chill.
Me
I felt
too. We
sweaty.
kept going. Ah!
Yeah.
Like it was like an orgasm by Lala.
Yes, it was so amazing. What is happening this season is it's wild. I don't even.
I have chills thinking about it again, guys. We are in for it.
I want to like bring lines. It's not that I don't. It's just you need to see the whole thing.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
And I feel like Jersey. I mean, the fact that we're back with Danielle Staub and she's going with them and her new husband and that's crumbling.
Yeah,
on a
Marty
trip,
Caffrey
has
really brought a new flavor, which I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
You know, highs and lows. Big high, Fetty Wap showing up. That was a big deal. Big deal.
I wanna grow up. I can't wait to grow up.
Mama said it ain't easy, but I don't care. So what?
I regret that when we sang it at the beginning, we didn't have the register right.
No, we're really.
I told you we work on our acting parts.
I don't go. I don't care.
Lala
so
and
what?
Stephanie.
Lick my con. Sorry, I have to stop saying it. I'll stop saying it, everybody.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I really loved seeing Dolores and Jen walking with hot pink weights. Just like
yes, just walking.
Little like shake weights marching. It was very cute.
It was a fun app.
Yeah.
Fun app. Frank and Dolores are fucking, but we knew that.
Yeah, we knew that. I mean, I love that they called Melania's song a listening party.
I mean, all of her friends coming up and hugging her when it was done.
Yeah.
But was that, again, my question for the ages, was that Tay-Tay and Stephanie
We'll find
dancing
out.
behind her? Or those dancers, or were their names, are the dancers' names Tay-Tay and Stephanie? And then she just kind of like name checked them in the song. Like, I have a lot of questions.
I'm just remembering when Teresa yelled at the top of her lungs, "Bring your sass, girlfriend." Oh no, that's what oh my God. I always forget Joe's wife's name. Major character.
Yes. Oh, now I forget Melissa.
Melissa. Her name just doesn't stick for me either. She looks like a Melissa, but it's so like
Yeah.
it just doesn't stick.
No, I hear you.
I like when she screamed that. But I also wrote about Melania. Like, there is something also, as much as I'm so glad that she succeeded, there's also something very horrifying that they put her up there with the talent level that we're working with.
I know. It's just,
on such a grand scale.
I do think the song will be a hit.
It will.
But I also...
And I want them to have that.
No, I've got to imagine the song's being a hit. It's in
I
my
can't
head.
we can't stop talking about it. I love it. So maybe I'm wrong, and it's also amazing.
I mean, it's not like...
I was proud of her.
Again, there's not, like, talent behind it, I believe. But I do believe... I mean, she's 12.
I know. I
She's
don't
12.
mean to sound negative.
Well, you're not sounding... I'm saying, like, so even
I just meant that more, like, come on, adults. Like, don't...
Oh, no, and I hear what you're saying. I just feel like it's like I am so glad no one put my 12-year-old stuff in front of a camera.
Yeah.
That's all, because I thought I had talent, and I would have been so embarrassed as an adult.
I don't even think Melania thinks she has talent.
You don't?
No. And I feel like she's embarrassed. She's like I think she got into it for the final performance, but every time she's rehearsing, she just seems like...
Yes, in her head.
I'm just kind of like, I've seen precocious kids who could get out there and like,
Yes.
you know, like the Toddlers and Tiaras crew. This is not that girl.
No, she seems uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so, yes, if she wants to do this, but like let her do this in privacy right now.
That said, so glad she did it.
Oh,
I
so
loved
glad
it.
I mean, it's a hit.
It's a hit. It's a hit.
Better than Dreamcatcher. Calling
It's a
it
hit.
now. Better than Dreamcatcher.
You're absolutely right. Let's take a break and finish with Atlanta. Guys, we're back with Atlanta. I wrote down so many amazing quotes from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Candy said the most amazing thing, and I know it's a song that's been around by, I believe, Meek Mill.
Yes, sure.
Which was, But I prefer to think of it as from One Candy
Yeah,
Burress, which is when Candy's filming this video with Todd. It's kind of unclear what she's filming it for or why.
Yeah. It's very clear.
Okay.
It is a variety show / dungeon party. I think she made that quite clear.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, it's obvious.
We've all done it.
A variety show dungeon party.
Right. And of course you film a video for that.
Oh, yeah.
But even Candy herself was kind of mulling it over, like, should I have done a full camera crew for this? And then she checks herself and says, you know what? Scared money don't make no money.
Ooh.
And I texted Cool Up, my friend, this is how we live. Scared money don't make no money.
Scared money. I live
it's everything to me. I want it on everything.
Scared money don't make no money. Can someone make Casey a shirt that says
someone can just take a marker and just
scared
scrawl it.
Money don't make no money.
There's just something about it. I found it life-changing.
Well, Marlo had a great quote this week that I have, which is just like, I didn't have panties when she's yelling at the women. Not.
Okay, it was
when
good.
her luggage got, because Marlo is her luggage.
And she is luggage.
Yes. And so for her not to
she's got
have
nothing
her
but
luggage, what does she have? The Emperor has no clothes when she doesn't have her luggage. And so we've never seen Marlo so upset and so quiet.
So angry. And when we took a moment of silence for her, and Eva was like half joking, half not, and she's like, let's take a moment of silence for Marlo. Nini's testimonials were so amazing.
Oh my God.
For her to not have anything. The scene before they left for Tokyo with Porsha and Nini was making me laugh so hard. Nini was very disturbed when she was disturbed that Porsha was wearing her full makeup from the day before.
Yes.
Porsha was like, I'm so tired being pregnant. And Nini was like, what will the last trimester be? No bath? And then Porsha said, you're coming at my baby messy.
Well, the episode before when Porsha was sitting there having a deep conversation with the hot dog king, like about their relationship, and she is sucking on that big pickle.
It's very clear.
Oh, I loved it so much.
I feel such a kinship with Porsha throughout this pregnancy. She's not been seen in a frame not eating. There is not a frame on the airplane. Every second the camera gets to her, you just...
And it's usually a huge pickle in a plastic wrapper. Like
this is me, and I just love it so much.
I want to know where she gets those pickles. I would love a big pickle in a plastic wrapper. Nothing would make me happier.
I'll tell you who grates on me is Eva.
Yes. What was she? What was that skirt that she came in?
I'll tell you what, because I wrote down. I said, I am very tired of Eva's red glasses, her taupe robes, suede cowboy hats, and psychedelic peace sign T-shirts. Her style is so rough.
She came into that dungeon party with what I could only say is a duvet cover wrapped around her like a skirt. It was just... I was like, I don't know where it ends and where it begins.
I know. Now Tanya's an interesting one. I don't know where I land with Tanya.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's gonna. I don't think she'll stay around, but she was kind of providing the like Shannon for me when they showed up to the airport, and she's the first one like konnichiwa. I'm like, oh Tanya, it's like top of the morning for OC. She was so excited to say it.
Oh yeah, she was.
But when Nene went off on her at that restaurant, that was nuts.
What was that?
That was Nene going through it with Greg.
Yes.
And finally, I think getting away from someone who's very sick and just losing her shit. And I felt this with my mom. Like, I'll be honest. I felt, no, this is not going to sound good. So I'm just saying that right off the bat. I felt a bit triggered by Ava being so upset about her grandfather. I want to be like, you're fucking sad a grandparent's dying. Like, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I've had a parent die. Like, and I know that's the wrong attitude to have, and it's terrible.
No,
and I did feel badly for her. But what I felt, I was feeling that and thinking, I'm such a terrible person. And then Nene kind of like picked up on that thread for me, I felt like, because when they're on the bus, Nene's like, Ava and I are dealing with health problems. Marlo is upset that she didn't have her panties. And then when Nene just starts going off on her, I've been in that rage where it makes zero sense and you're just fueled by grief and anger. And just like what I said about Ava, it's like a terrible thing to say. It makes no sense.
But I hear you on that.
I know, but I have a hard time with people who haven't been through anything in their lives. I just find them very surface, and it's hard for me to kind of get anywhere with them in general. And I feel like that's what Nene was seeing in Tanya.
Oh, yeah. And also I feel like Tanya, I mean, she's an easy target right now in that she has nothing to back her up and she has no fight in her, it seems. I mean, we don't know yet what Tanya
reminds me of Cameron Manheim in Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. Just like always popping up with the yearbook, like wanting everyone to sign it.
Yes.
But I still like her. And I thought I was horrified by what Nene was doing, but I was so identifying with Nene where you're just like.
And I think Nene has been breezy this season.
I did too.
For what she's been going through.
I think it's like everything came to a halt and she could finally like take it in and it just like. She's clear.
Because I think she's getting it from Greg.
And for the record, I did feel badly about Ava, and my grandfather was like the closest person to me.
No,
but I think it's more anger of like, you're lucky you've had this person
you're
for
lucky
so
that
long.
you're like 35 and your grandfather is still a lot. That.
I'm sure someone will be like, she's 28, but
okay, possibly.
I don't know. I thought that's what was going on, and I'm not saying it's right because it was pretty crazy. Like what Nene was doing.
But no, I hear what you're saying. I hear.
Okay, I was really laughing that they were all trying to get Marlo's wig on. Was amazing.
Oh my God.
And then when they were talking, I think about, God, whose hair? I'm trying to remember. Someone was like, is that hair sewn on? Oh, it was of Marlo's wig. And someone said it's plopped on.
When Marlo said, talk to me like I'm a cat.
So Marlo said to Ava, I heard in the streets. No, I heard the streets said you talked about me. The streets said you talked about me like a cat. And I was like, huh. And then Cynthia goes, less than a dog. Cynthia was like, let me explain
that
this.
That whole conversation made me laugh so hard.
You talked about me like a cat.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. Marlo needing to borrow flat shoes. Just, I love seeing someone out of their comfort
especially
zone.
Marlo. Seeing her when she's like, you guys didn't do anything for me. Like,
now when this woman Aya comes in and is presented from Tanya as though I'm thinking like Sheree is coming in. The way that she's presenting this tour guide.
This little woman who just was like this poor woman that is like out of her element with these
and trying to explain like cultural like.
And then when she was
norms.
like, the most important thing is that you're on time.
She's like, I will not be disrespected. I was like, wow, this woman's single-handedly taking on a group of housewives.
I was like, oh, you have no idea with what you're dealing with.
But then the next day, of course, she's standing up front of the van, and I love the Chiron intended departure time.
Oh.
And the fact that an hour later, and the way the women were walking up, like, hey, everybody, no problem.
No, these women, these housewives in general, they are not afraid to be 2 hours late.
I know. It's just wild.
If I'm 10
and
minutes.
the other women don't even seem mad.
No. I mean, hours. And they're all just like, oh, yeah, she comes late. Like, they're not even mad about it. They're like, oh, that's what she does. No. And it's like, remember when Candy one time stopped for like a chicken dinner or something and like was hours late? Like, just nobody cares.
Nobody cares. I love it. And this woman, I was like, tried to circle back to it on the bus. I'm like, just stop. You're a tour guide. I feel like we've given you a lot of airtime.
Oh, Beverly Hills. Wasn't Erica Jane like 3 hours late to get on a latex suit?
Yes,
time?
Like, she was trying to get her latex on.
These housewives, these women, there is a time is a suggestion.
And I do feel like our time, this trope, I'm used to the space now in the van or in the bus. Like on trips, that's where we get some of our best work done with these women.
And I think that's why I was so triggered by Teddy Mellencamp. To come in and expect and get mad when someone's 10 minutes late was like, where
was way longer than 10. Let's recall.
But that's nothing.
Are you guys watching PK and Dorit on $1 Million Listing?
No, I am not.
Devastating.
Well, don't they owe like a shitload of money?
I looked it up and it said PK owes, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it said he owes it, and this is what worried me, for a line of credit for gambling, like at some casino house. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Is he just like gambling everything away?
Ooh,
or did he have anything?
I mean, how much is Boy George making?
Something's going on there.
Yeah.
Something's doing. I'm not quite sure what. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
sidetrack. No, I was just saying, like, in the bus, I mean, remember when Vicky was screaming at Tamara and Shannon, like the things that have gone on in these buses?
This bus work is incredible.
Yeah, so I want to say, lady,
Housewives.
Don't worry about getting everyone to a temple. We're already at temple.
Yeah, this is our temple. The bus work that these women give is incredible.
I do want to go to that.
The Quiet Temple?
Yes, where they got those fortunes.
Oh, I would have loved that.
That's so up my alley.
Yes, that.
But I did also really appreciate the prayer montage where they had Am I
That's-
correct
everyone
in
was saying-
saying everyone was doing their prayers in voiceover?
It seemed they were like, "What did you pray that day?" And everyone had to remember.
And
It was
I
a
just saw them
voiceover.
like it was quite. They've never done that before.
No. I feel like the last few years with Housewives, there's been a lot of editing and film work going on.
Yeah, like we're breaking.
We're making choices.
We're making new forms.
Yes.
We're breaking
We're doing music videos. We're doing sitcoms.
We're experimenting with the form,
Yes,
as
we
any great
are.
form has to kind of.
Yeah, we have to break. When you know the rules, you can break the rules.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing. And
And
I'm
that's-
here for it.
me
Sometimes it
too.
works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm there for the experimentation.
I am too, and I'm really appreciating it. I have to say, I'm loving Jersey and I'm loving Atlanta and I'm loving Vanderpump, and I feel like I have the right amount to watch.
Yes.
We did say that to Andy. We're like, you're hitting us with a lot of cities.
At one point there was 5, and that was like and he was like, "Are you ever tired of it?" I'm like, "I'm never tired. I'm just like, can I get to them all?" And when I'm at them, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm home."
but
and
I feel like refreshed that I'm
Yes.
just doing 3 right
3
now.
feels like a vacation.
It's like kids. It's like, and then I can focus on you.
yes.
Give you the attention you deserve.
And I really they're all really. I'm in love with all of them.
Me
right
too.
now. They're
Everything
really
that's
making
happening
me
is really
happy.
great.
It's the right amount. 3 is a good amount. I can't handle.
I
more.
want to say, if you're not watching Jersey, just jump in right now, and I think you'll be
Mhm.
happy. I don't think you need to go back. Just get here for the trip to Cabo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then I think we've got, I think our finale, next week will be Teresa's weightlifting competition.
Oof.
With Frank in the front row.
I'm really happy we're in Tokyo and Atlanta too.
Yeah. To wrap up, Danielle, you were telling me about a documentary that I'm going to go and watch tonight.
Yes. Everyone has to watch this. Now, we've all heard about this Fire Festival, F-Y-R-E. Am I saying it correctly? And I watched there's two competing documentaries. I'll be watching the other one tonight.
Oh, many friends have said they've watched both on Hulu
yes,
and
one
Netflix.
is Netflix, one is Hulu. I've watched Netflix. I literally looked up which should I watch first because I wanted to get the right one first.
Yeah.
A lot of people said it was a dead heat, but I chose the Netflix one. And it is a wild ride. I suggest it to everybody. There is one point, and I don't want to give anything away, but there is a man who will go to the ends of the earth, you know what I'm talking about, Lyra, to make this festival happen, and he almost does the unbelievable. He doesn't have to,
Kill
but
someone?
he is ready to do whatever it must be done, and it is shocking.
Okay, don't tell us.
I don't. No spoilers, but when you come to that moment, I had to watch the moment 3 times. Like Lyra's laughing because it is incredible. And if you won't do this for the project that you're invested in, you're not working hard enough.
Okay.
And that is what you
I
need
can't
to
wait
know.
to see this.
So I think it's called like the Fire Festival, or I don't know what it's called, but just look up. Lyra, do you know what the name of it? Oh, it's just called Fire, but it's F-Y-R-E, because why would you spell fire like it's spelled? So
I am so excited for this.
F-Y-R-E, it's on Netflix, and then hit the Hulu. That's my direction.
Okay,
that I'm going
that's
in.
how to do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm watching Sopranos again for the 20th year anniversary. And
You're
you know,
really-
I only once
I was
saw
like,
it 2
and
years
can I
ago.
also say that you don't have a lot of time, so the fact that you're going back is really impressive.
I know. It's so weird when I'm watching those characters, and I heard James Gandolfini say this once as he was playing Tony.
Uh-huh.
Hard to shake him off. He said it was hard for him to shake Tony. It's hard for
get
me to
that.
shake Tony.
It's
so dark.
Edie Falco,
Ugh.
because it was just the anniversary. I heard her on NPR talking about the characters and stuff, and it was
Well, I want to give a shout out to the person I think was the most underrated person on that show. She's one of my favorite actresses of all time. I want tagging here. If anyone knows her, please, I don't know, I want to get to her. And that is Ada Tachoro, who plays Janice, Tony's sister. She is,
incredible.
there's not words to describe the talent that she possesses to be such a flake and so funny and so heartbreaking. It's the comical relief. She's everything as Janice.
Every once in a while, she'll like turn up in an old movie
Why
or
isn't
in
she
an
turning up in
old.
more?
But like I'm talking before Sopranos, like just
Okay.
in like a one-line thing on like a Law and Order, and you're like, oh my god, like just in tiny roles, but just making like literally one line, and that's like, Danielle, you should be doing more.
I just watched the episode where Tony's mom dies and she tries to
Oh.
galvanize everyone into
Yes.
saying nice things about her. She's the best.
It's incredible. That's everything.
You know
about
what? I'm
that
looking
show.
at myself now and I'm like, I want to write something for her and I want to put her in it. And a lot of my things don't get chopped, but still.
And speaking of stuff, I'd also just like to plug a little show called Black Monday.
Oh, it just came out last night.
It just came out last night on Showtime. Casey's in it and hilarious in it.
Danielle's in it as well.
Yes, I popped my little head in, I think episode 4.
A young upstart named Don Cheadle.
Oh, yeah. Andrew Rannells, friend of the show.
Little
And Regina Hall. Guys,
Regina Hall is in a category all her.
Ugh.
All
I've never
her own.
haul her own. Guys, she's gonna win an Emmy or an Oscar in the next year or two, and we're gonna know it.
I feel like she could win an Oscar for Black Monday.
I hope she does.
She's so good.
She's so good.
I feel like she's having such a great moment. Like all the things that the movies that she's done are so different, and then seeing her in this,
She's
the way
incredible.
she wins in this
Mhm.
show is so special.
I love her.
Me too.
Guys, we'll see you soon. We'll see you New Yorkers and people that come to New York shows very soon.
Very soon, wearing some very special costumes.
Oh, yes. You guys are in
and
for
please,
quite a
wear
treat.
your costumage.
Please do your Andy Cohen cosplay. We'd appreciate it.
Reminder: no tagging.
No taking.
Especially about that tidbit from the book world. Bye, Danielle.
Bye, Kate.
Can't wait